Part 2 then. So, back onto the questions. This one says, look into my eyes, you will see what you mean to me. Search your heart, search your soul. And when you find me there, you'll search no more. Don't tell me it's not worth dying for. Yep, it's a song, I believe. Well, I know it's a song. Right, would you rather have one wish granted now or 3 wishes granted in 10 years? Depends, because if my one wish right now was to have unlimited wishes for the rest of my life, but if you can't do that because there's some sort of terms and conditions, I'd have to say 3 wishes in 10 years, so I could save up what I wanted. Oh, I could just become a millionaire now and buy what I wanted. I don't know. I'd say 3 years, 10 years, 3 wishes, because I would like to experience life a bit, and then I know what I wanted and I can write it down. Yeah. Excuse me. What's your least favourite song and your most favourite song? Least favourite song at the moment is Ellie Goulding, How Long Will I Love You? It plays at work quite a lot, and the reason why I don't like it is because it was my first dance song with Paige for our wedding. Obviously now the wedding's over, it's quite it's not great, I'll put it that way. Whenever I hear it, it brings back memories. You know, I'd imagined taking that dance, I've imagined it so many times, dancing that one dance with her, and you know, I'm sad that it didn't work out, but you know, it's also ruined that song for me, and I used to really like that song. My favourite song at the moment would be by a guy called Josh Gorton. That's Gauton, and it's called As the Waters Rise. And it's a song about how you feel like you're drowning in life, and you're trying to pull yourself up, but the waters are rising, so they're drowning you even more and more, and you can feel yourself sinking, but you have a hope that something will get better. So I quite like that song. It's quite a deep song as well. Are you more into looks or brains? Looks. Because you do not have a brain. Well, you have a brain. Everyone has a brain, but if you're not very clever, I'll teach you some stuff. It's fine. I'll be the brains of the relationship. You can be the looks, because I definitely haven't got any. Is it worse to fail at something or never attempt it in the first place? Well, people hate failure, for a start. But fear of failure may be worse than the actual experience. So, I mean, that's what Seth Godin says anyway. So he says in his book, fear of failure may be worse than the actual experience of failure. So how do you learn to fail better? Would be my question. But I'd always try it. I would try everything, because at least once, why not? And then at least I know, I can say, no, I've tried that, it didn't work. If you dropped everything to pursue your dreams, what would you be risking? My dream is to get married, have some kids, have a good career. I would be risking if that meant moving away, I'll be risking my friendships that I've built around Southampton, my friend circles, especially my work buddies. They're like a second family to me, so I'd be risking all that, I guess. But then I have dreams to go off to study theology in college at Bethel, which is, for those of you who don't know, that's in California, and I plan on doing that one day. But until I do that, you know, when I do that, I'll be moving away for 2 or 3 years, and all my friends here, you know, when I come back, it's not going to be the same. So much would have happened in those 2 or 3 years. So yeah, really interesting. But I'm going to do it one day. One day when I've got the money and stability. Are you confrontational? Nope. I'm more of a mellowed out guy. Would you rather be buried alive or stranded at sea? Stranded at sea. I can't stand being buried alive. That's not my Being burned alive or buried alive are my two worst fears. But there you go. I don't have fears. Generally, I don't have fears, but being burned or buried alive, waking up when you're being buried, you've been buried and you're like, oh, I'm stuck in the coffin. Or you're being cremated and you wake up just as they turn it on and you're just there burning away in the coffin, screaming. Scary stuff, so yeah. I'd rather just be stranded at sea and go slowly, dehydration. Would you ever take back someone who cheated? Yes, because I'm a forgive and forget guy. Depends how bad you cheat though. If you're pregnant with his kid, you're going to have to sort that out. But with him. But if we're like married and you cheat on me, I'll say, yeah, we need to sort our marriage out. But I wouldn't just leave you. Yeah, you made a mistake. And yeah, it's easy to make mistakes. But I wouldn't just be like, oh, let's give up on our whole relationship because you made a mistake. No, I'm not like that. What is time? If you think about it, time is made just for us. So we use time, but outside of space, there's no time. So everyone uses time in some way. Like, I've got a watch on, I've got a smartphone which I'm recording this on. I use my alarm clock on my smartphone because I don't have an actual alarm clock anymore. Even the simplest of people use time because it's a way of life. But time is important because you only get one life, so time is a part of our existence, I'd say. Without time you wouldn't exist. I'm nearly 28, so if you think about it in time scales, let's say I'm 28 this year, yeah? If I live to be 90 years old, then I'm basically a third of the way through my life. That means everything that's already happened is 1/3. We had a pie, cut 3 bits into 3 bits, and I ate one. There's still 2 there. So like, yes, the majority of the pie is still there. There's still a massive chunk gone. My life is in the distance. I'm just like, time's moving quite fast for me at the moment. I can remember when I was 21, my brother just had his birthday. He came down here and I thought, when I was your age, mate, got something white in my hair. When I was your age, I remember what I was doing, and that seems like a long, long time ago. So yeah, time is man-made. We don't need it, but it's part of our existence to measure how long we've got left on the earth, or how long we've been on the earth even. What makes you feel accomplished? I don't know what you mean by that. Successful, money, good career, don't know. When will you realise that I adore you and want you to ask me out? When you text me. Can't be having anonymous people saying stuff like that. But I have my suspicions who it was, so. Did you ever write a journal? Yes, and if you look on my previous videos that I've uploaded, I actually read the whole thing out to you. That's good stuff. Are you holding on to something that you need to let go of, and what's stopping you? I'm holding on to my past relationship and my addiction, because my addiction helps me forget my past relationship, which hurts a lot. And what's stopping me is the amount of hurt, so I'm hoping that I will get over that soon. When you're 90 years old, what will matter the most to you in the world? Probably my family, because that's all I have left. My kids, my wife, possibly, don't know. Where I go when I die, heaven, hell, God, that will be quite important to me. Why don't you love me? I don't know who you are, so I can't answer that. There's probably a valid reason why I don't love you. Yeah. What is love? Would you be a martyr and risk your reputation by standing up for what is right in front of your peers, Or is it better to be pragmatic and do nothing? Nope, I'd risk my reputation. Because I'm one of those people who, when I say something, I stick to it. These two haven't been cut properly, so I'm going to read them both. Come on. What do you think about when you're by yourself? Girls, sex, money, fame, my car, my flat, what I'm going to eat, my future, my past, how it must look from the outside. What are the things that stand between you and complete happiness? A career which pays a lot, peace, relaxation, holidays, and a wife that loves me. That's what complete happiness would be. If your entire life was a movie, which title to fit the best? So it says best fit, but which title would fit the best if my whole entire life was a movie? Now, I've always said my life should be a TV series because it could follow me around, you could see it through my eyes, everyone else could just be reoccurring characters. Be quite a good series, I reckon. If it had to be, it would be Mein Kampf. The struggle, my struggle even. You know, that's what it would be, because that's what I've been all my life. I've been struggling with something. So I would say, yeah, it would be that. Would you rather see into the future or change the past? Oh, if I could see into the future, I could see my future, see what's going to happen in the world. I could bet on stuff, get a lot of money. If I could change the past, I could make it so that I was never born. Then I wouldn't have to make a lot of money. I could make sure I didn't get with what I got with that hurt me. But I'd have to say see into the future, because I'll bet money and I'll make a lot of money. Who is your closest family member? Sam, because I tell him a lot of stuff. It's like a little mini me. If you were twice as smart, you'd still be stupid. Not sure that makes sense, but okay. Because how can you be twice as smart if there's no smart in there because you're stupid? Maybe the person who wrote that's actually stupid and they're just jealous because I'm smart. If you could choose between me being slightly overweight or slightly underweight, which would you choose? I don't know, because some girls, they look decent when they're skinny. And other girls look decent when they've got a few extra pounds on. So it depends on who you are, really, I'd say. I'm not too picky. I like average people. If we learn from our mistakes, why are we so afraid to make them? It's a genuine question there. Like, why are we so afraid to make them? I mean, me included, nobody likes to be wrong, but is this an aversion to wrongness actually doing us a disservice and stopping our future development? Or if so, are we standing the way of our own progress, sort of thing? Yeah, don't know. I mean, mistakes. If we learn from our mistakes, why are we always so afraid to make them? Like, to make mistakes. Now, mistakes are inevitable, but the fear of them should never stop us from evolving who we are. Instead, we should be analysing risks, and with life, sometimes you should feel the fear and do it anyway, I reckon. Like, if there was no fear there, it would be a bit boring, wouldn't it? So yeah. What are you most thankful for? Community. You are a child of God and He loves you. Thanks, God. Love you too, mate. What is up with you and Becca acting awkward around each other at work? It's obviously from someone at work, either that or it's a customer. I don't know. Me and Becca, I find Becca quite. I don't know. We get along really well. She's attractive, but we got along really, really well when she started. Now I think because people started saying stuff like, "Oh, you're getting along really well," start making these accusations like something more was going on or something more would go on. Mate, she's got a kid and she's got a boyfriend who she loves. So she pulled away, I think. Like, took a step back from our friendship. Because she didn't want people saying spreading those things. You know, she just wants to get on with her work and stuff. So yeah, I think that's why it's a bit awkward sometimes. Because I want to be all like happy me around her. And she doesn't want people to think that there's anything more going on with us. By the way, there's nothing more going on with us. We're just friends, and that's how it's going to stay, unless she suddenly becomes single, which she probably won't, so, yeah. I'm happy with that. I'm happy that she's found someone who loves her, and that she loves them back. But it can get awkward, because she's had to take a step back from what is going on. How can you believe in something that can't be scientifically proven? How can I believe in something? Okay, so what do I believe in that's not scientifically proven? You know, I believe there's air because I'm breathing it. If you're talking about my beliefs, like religion, how do you explain a God that isn't quantifiable or palatable? I don't know. The world outside Christianity often mocks Christians. And we've got to deal with some serious, like, frustrating questions like, if God's real, why doesn't he just show himself? If God's real, why doesn't God audibly or visibly appear? Why does the God in the Bible seem so different to the God that everyone talks about? You know, why is he all doom and gloom in the Bible, but he's all love and God's love right now? Depends what you're reading. Yeah, I mean, miracles and supernatural events don't happen as often today as they say they did in the Bible times. So where are those miracles and signs and wonders that apparently people saw people getting healed, like cancer and stuff in the Bible? Whereas here, you don't really see that. You hear it every now and then, like people saying, "Oh yeah, this happened," and you're like, on like Christian radio, and you're like, "Yeah, that's great." Or you see it on YouTube, "I got healed of this." I'm like, "Great," but where's someone in my life actually getting healed that I can look at and I say that's healing right now? Or where has me getting healed happen? And it hasn't. So what's going on? Why is it in the Bible but not now? You know. And why didn't God, you know, if God wants everyone to come to him, why didn't he just suddenly appear in the sky and just say, "Listen everyone, follow me, I'm God"? And people will be so like, "Whoa, it's God." Like, they're following him then because he does actually exist. You know. I mean, behind all these questions lies a deeper question, like a deeper inquiry. If God loves everyone and wants everyone to believe in God, then why doesn't he, you know, manifest himself to the entire world, and then they can all be in wonder of God and be like, yeah, why not follow him? Good question. I'll get back to you on that one. Would you rather eat a bowl of shit once or have explosive diarrhea for the rest of your life? Eat a bowl of shit once because it's over quick and might be disgusting, but yeah, I'm not going to have diarrhea for the rest of my life. Can you imagine trying to, you know, be at work with explosive diarrhea? No, it's not, yeah, not something I'd want. Have you ever had sex in public? Yes, quite a few times actually. Do you fancy Cheryl from work? No. She's an attractive person, but she's my boss, and, you know, although she's attractive, I don't flirt with her or anything like that because I know the boundaries. For her, she's married. Yeah, she's a nice person. I see her more as a friend than someone who I I'm attracted to, if that makes sense. So yeah. If you had a friend that spoke to you in the same way you speak to yourself, how long would that person be allowed to be your friend? About 5 minutes, and I'll tell them to go piss off. I can't deal with the way I talk really badly to myself. What's your favourite book/movie of all time, and why did it speak to you so much? 2 films, actually. Inception, which has got Leonardo DiCaprio in it. And basically they go out of a world, so they plug something into their head, go to this sleep, well not into their head, but they go to this sleep, and then their dreams are connected. And then they create a dream inside a dream inside a dream, and they said you can get stuck in that. Sometimes I think this is all a dream. I'm somewhere lying in a coma. People are waiting for me to wake up. Something happened at some point in my life. I didn't, I think I walked home, but I didn't in my head. I got hit by a bus, I'm in a coma, and all this is all made up. This is interesting. I've got one of those minds that thinks like that. The other film is Legend by... well, I don't know who it's by, but it's got Tom Hardy in it, and he plays the 2 Cray twins. Now, I see myself in both of them, like not obviously the gay side. Oh, I'm Bonnie Cray, and I'm gay. No, I'm not like that. But I see he's got kind of a psycho, I don't know what's going on sort of thing. Yeah, and his mind wanders, whereas Reggie's more right, tough guy sort of thing. I know I control everything. I see a bit of myself in both of them. I just think it's a really good film, to be honest. Quite funny as well, but sad at the same point. What would you change about your life if you knew you would never die? If I would never die, I'll take more risks. At the moment, I drive out up here and I'm like, I don't want to pull out in front of someone. Who cares? If you're never going to die, it doesn't really matter, does it? Just do what you want. How do you apply the learning from your regrets to your actions today? Don't trust a girl. Never trust girls. Why are your videos private on YouTube? Because I mentioned my ex page in it, and she got a bit upset because she didn't want her name being mentioned. Well, sorry, I'm not going to be confidential. You haven't signed anything to say confidentiality. It's public domain. I can say your name. I haven't said your surname, so I have to deal with it. But I had to make them private because she had a moan about it. So I had to make them unlisted, and you need the link to get on it. Would you rather be rich and ugly, or poor and good looking? If you're rich and ugly, you can buy people, and they're only in it for the money, so I'd say poor and good looking. Do you usually stay with friends with your exes? Some of them. The ones that are more serious relationships, no. Would you rather have something in your eye, or need to sneeze but never be able to for a year? So would I rather have something in my eye for a year, or need to sneeze but never be able to for a year? I hate it when I get something in my eye, so I'd have to say need to sneeze but never be able to for a year. That is my answer. Does the person closest to you know how much they mean to you, and when was the last time you told them? I tell people on a daily basis, whether they take it, and it's up to them. If you're in a bad mood, do you prefer to be left alone or have someone cheer you up? Cheer me up every time. Please do. Even if you've made me in a bad mood, just cheer me up. Come on. When have you last been grateful for what you have? Christmas last year, I spent it with my African family, and Paige was with me, and I was just thankful. Like I said, going into 2017, I'm thankful for all of this. Thankful for the woman that I've got in my life. Yeah. That worked out well. Of all the things I've done with you in the bedroom, what's your favourite? Painting? No, I don't know who you are, so I can't answer that. Why is there something rather than nothing? What? Why is there something rather than nothing? Because God wanted it that way? I mean, if you spend too much time thinking about why there's something rather than nothing, then your head will probably explode, because you're not meant to think like that. If anything's possible, what's important? People, I guess. I mean, we're often told, like, you can do anything you put your mind to, but if you really actually could, then how would you prioritise what you do? And it's easy to get caught up in the possibilities. But by having clear goals, when you do need to prioritise, it'll be easier to know where to start. So, having goals in your life. If anything's possible, then just do what's important. Then being good to people is important, I'd say. Have you ever said someone else's name during sex instead of the girl you were with? Yes, and that was awkward. Would you rather have a sawn-off shotgun or a flamethrower in a zombie apocalypse? A sawn-off shotgun, although you have to reload it, the flamethrower would just set fire to the zombies and they keep running, because I've seen flaming zombies running on Call of Duty Zombies, and it's not a good sight. They just come running at you and you're like, oh crap, I've got to get my shotgun out. So yeah, no flamethrower for me, thanks. Have you ever had anal sex and how did it go? It was alright. First time wasn't great, second time was good. I was giving, not receiving, I'm just going to point that out. Yeah, I ain't got no issues there. What have you done that you're most proud to have achieved? My degree, I guess. Let me find another one, because I'm just going to... If you could ask a single person one question and they had to answer truthfully, who and what would you ask? I would ask Jesus if he actually does love me and how much. Then I'd know for real. What's more important, money or loyalty? Loyalty. Would you be angry if you saw me making out with a really hot girl? No. I'd just be like, lesbians, if you're a girl, and if you're a guy, I don't really care who you make out with. I just don't like couples. Or watching PDA at the moment. What drives you to do better at something? Having a partner who I want to impress or keep happy. What did your life teach you yesterday? Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. No, I don't know. Taught me to just go with what's in front of me, I guess. Do you believe there is a God, and if so, why do you say you believe it but not act like you do? And do you do all that tongue shit? Yes, I do all that tongue stuff, praying in tongues, etc. I do believe there's a God, and why do I say I believe it but not act like it? Sometimes our human nature takes over and we can't control the way we are. Is the honest truth. Got a blank one there, I'm not sure why. If you could watch everything that happened in your life until now, would you enjoy it? No. I think it would be really sad. It'd be like a tragedy. So no, I wouldn't enjoy it. I'm going to have to stop this video here. So video 3 will have the next lot of questions. Because I'm reaching half an hour. So yeah, this video is over.